and welcome to Yoga with Maria. So, lockdown continues. Here we are. We're going to be in lockdown for quite a while longer. Let's stay at home, let's do yoga, and let's have some fun at home again for the inevitable future. But anyway, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that we are able to connect in this way and do yoga from our homes, not just here in the UK, but also to our friends in Italy who are joining us again. So thank you and buongiorno and ciao. I'm excited. I'm excited this morning on a Tuesday, despite the horrible news we all got on Sunday, and despite the whole coronavirus still looming over us. But this is always a good time to keep that focus on ourselves and to really look after ourselves and use this opportunity in isolation to really listen to our bodies and listen to what it is that we need, and and also put up goals for us to try and achieve. So let's we're probably not going to use our strap this morning, but it's always good just to have your belt or your strap nearby, just in case, because it might help you with some of the moves. And also good to have your little object. Doesn't have to be a block, but it can be anything that's going to help stabilize you in some of the moves we're going to do this morning. Be super mindful of your injuries if you do have any, or if you might have gained one over the weekend. I hope not. Just to be really mindful of those and listen to your body. So let's begin by finding ourselves in a comfortable seated position and closing our eyes. I want you to spend a few moments just for ourselves, inhaling through the nose and out through the nose. Let's do a really quick body scan actually this morning, just to really focus in on our body, just to go and note if anything is particularly achy this morning. Let's take that breath and focus into the tips of our toes, into the soles of our feet, our heels, our ankles, keeping that breath coming in through the nose and out through the nose. Taking that awareness into our legs, the knees, the backs of the knees, thighs, hips, your glutes, those bum muscles. Taking that awareness into your lower back, your tummy, the middle of your back into your chest, top of your back, shoulders, your arms, elbows, your forearms, your wrists, hands, fingers, thumbs. Breath flowing in through the nose and out through the nose. Tracing that awareness back up your arms into your throat, the back of your neck, your head, forehead, your eyes, nose, mouth, your tongue, your chin, jaw. Trace that awareness back into your temples, to the top of your head and out. And just keeping your eyes closed, let's inhale, take our hands up towards the ceiling, bring the palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And again, inhaling the arms up. Palms together, exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And one more time. Inhaling the arms up, palms together. Exhale, bring them to rest at your heart center. And we'll begin our practice on an Om. Inhaling through the nose. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Enjoy your practice this morning. So we'll begin with, again, just keeping that focus on the breath. I'm just going to keep going on and on about that breath. So you can have your eyes closed for this if that kind of helps bring that focus into the breath, or you can keep them open. And again, you can have one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. And what we're trying to focus on with this breath this morning is trying to keep the chest nice and still, the shoulders relaxed. And we're trying to imagine that breath is coming down the throat, past the upper part of the chest. It's expanding in this lower part of our rib cage and the lower parts of those lungs, and even into the belly, even though obviously technically the breath doesn't go all the way into the belly. But we're going to use that diaphragm and use these muscles, these powerful muscles that we have all the way down at the bottom to help support that breath. So just spend a few moments inhaling through the nose and out through the nose in your own rhythm. And just seeing if you can keep the chest nice and still. And bring that breath into the sort of lower part of your belly. Into those lower parts of your ribs. Feeling the belly expanding with the in-breath. And then going in, contracting on the out-breath. Doesn't have to be any big movement, or that you're imagining your belly is expanding like a huge balloon, but just a nice, light, subtle movement. Feeling the belly rising and then falling. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. Subtle can you make your breath this morning? Keeping that breath flowing in through the nose and out through the nose. Just see if you can make that breath as light as possible. As if you can barely hear it. Through the nose and out through the nose. And as we're going through our practice this morning, keep that breath as your friend. Seeing if you can continue this nasal breathing, keeping it nice and light, nice and easy. Allowing that breath to come right down into the belly. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Great. So yeah, just kind of utilizing this breath and that kind of imagining this kind of lower strength that we've got. So again, I'll keep mentioning that Mula Bandha, which is your pelvic floor. So just spend another moment just engaging your Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor muscle. So give it a squeeze, activate it. Let's just wake it up this morning. So it's that sensation as if you're trying to hold in a pea. And then see if you can find the difference between your pelvic floor and then the glutes, so your bum muscles. So kind of again, engaging those bum muscles, so you're kind of lifting yourself up a tiny little bit, and then engaging the pelvic floor, so you kind of got this two-part process. So it goes glutes, pelvic floor, and then you can release. The glutes, your pelvic floor, and release. Your glutes, your pelvic floor, squeezing, 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 and release. Great. Let's get a bit of movement into our body. Let's go straight onto our backs. And we're going to get our legs nice and warm this morning by doing some nice little leg raises. So palms of the hands flat on the floor to help give you some support. And we're just going to raise one of those legs and bring it down. And so already I want you to start thinking about engaging those glutes. So you're not throwing that leg back, but you kind of use it, you're controlling that movement. Nice, keeping the shoulders down. And then once you've done a few leg raises on one, go for the other side. Just getting some movement into the legs. You can keep doing single leg lifts, or if you want, you can bring both up. Again, using the palms of the hands on the floor just to help support you. Maybe it's too much to do two legs at this stage, and that's fine. You just do one leg and then the other. Again, using that breath. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then let's bring some rotation into the hips. So bringing one knee into the chest, out to the side, and then down, lengthening. Knee in towards the chest, open the knee out towards the floor, and then lengthen. And again, using that breath. Engaging that leg that's on the floor. So you're still squeezing that bum muscle. And again, once you've done a few on one side, switch over for the other leg. Bringing that knee into the chest, opening it towards the floor, and then lengthening, extending it. You can keep doing them on single legs if you want to have a little go with both, bringing both knees into the chest, opening out, and then lengthening. Again, using the palms of the hands on the floor to help stabilize that lower back. But you're squeezing those glutes, nice. And you can have a go in the opposite direction. Just imagining that you're floating on the sea. Or in a nice swimming pool. Great, and then just lengthening those legs. What we're going to do is we're going to bring one of our knees up, and then we're going to bring our chin in towards our knee. So you're going to take your hands on your shin of that leg that's drawn in. It's like a little mini crunch. So you're bringing the nose towards the knee, and then letting it go. And again, taking the hands around the shin, bringing the knee into the chest, chin towards the knee. And let's do a few of these on one side. Like little mini crunches. So you're really squeezing those tummy muscles. And then let's go to the other leg. Bringing the knee in, clasping the hands on the shin, bringing the chin towards the knee, and then releasing. And you're kind of giving a little squeeze. Your whole body's like squeeze and then release. Then you can keep doing single legs, or we can go with both legs. So bringing both knees in, holding the shins, bringing the chin towards the knees, squeezing, and then releasing everything. And again, bringing the knees in towards the chest, chin towards the knees, Squeeze and then release. So you're really starting to warm up those abs, those core muscles, the tummy muscles. And then from here, just letting that go. And we'll just do a little, take my cardigan off, a little rock and roll. So just rolling up and down your spine. Yeah, you know the rock and roll. Again, using that breath, keeping the hands on the shins if you want. Using the hands on the floor if you need to. And see if you can bring yourself up to standing. You can try and challenge yourself and do it with no hands. Nice. Yeah. Great. Just enjoy those rock. Oh, well done. Super. Good work. Some good rolling. So let's just paddle through this feet just a little bit. Nice. Just give it a little feel, a little massage, a little bend in the knees, rock back on the heels. Go onto the sides of the feet, that feels good. And then eventually just bring yourself into your mountain pose, and we're going to prepare to do our sun salutations. So your toes touching, heels slightly apart, engaging those ankles. A little micro bend in the knees if you need to. Let's re-engage those glutes. Pressing that tummy in towards the spine, but your chest is open. Shoulders are relaxed. Your neck is long. You're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. How light can you make that breath now, having done a little bit of exercise? When we're ready, let's inhale, take our arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into your plank. Let's just bring those bums down. Take the weight forward, slightly over the wrists. Just being careful because we haven't really warmed up the wrists yet, so perhaps just allow your weight to go forward and back a little bit. Maybe you need to bring your knees down straight away. Give the wrists a little turn if that feels good. But you're spreading those fingers, engaging those glutes. Nice. You're going to bring your knees down. Let's all bring our knees down for this first one. Because I really want you to focus on keeping these elbows tucked in towards your body. You should feel them. Yes, you're taking that chest, it's nice and slow. Taking that chest towards the floor. And then inhale for your up dog. Again, maybe you need to keep these elbows bent just to start with, but you're keeping them tucked in towards your body. Super. Engage those glutes, really squeeze them. Breathing, let's tuck the toes, exhale into your down dog. Have a nice little walk around, a little paddle with those feet. Maybe you want to bring your feet towards your hands for a second and then walk them back just to find, you know, your position, your sort of down dog. You're ideally looking for your hands to be shoulder width apart, your feet hip width distance. Spreading your fingers, nice. You're pressing your heels towards the floor. Taking the gaze towards the belly button, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You're going to inhale, take your gaze towards your hands. This time let's just walk towards our hands to start with. Halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up.
Exhale, release, toes touching, heels slightly apart, shoulders back. Let's inhale, arms up. We'll go a little bit faster. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant those hands, spread those fingers. Jump or step back into your plank. Weight slightly forward, engage the glutes. Knees down if you need to. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Squeeze those glutes. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Move your feet as you feel necessary. Always correcting yourself, checking your posture. Are your hands right? Are they shoulder width? Are your fingers spread as much as they can? Pressing those knuckles flat into the mat. Inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands, stepping or bunny hopping your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, bringing the arms all the way up. Exhale, release. And let's go straight away. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant the hands exactly where you want them. Stepping or jumping back into your plank, chaturanga. Knees down if you need to, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful, nice inhalations, light and easy with your breath. Keeping the mouth closed. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, release. Nice, just take a few moments. It'd be good now if you've got your object or your block just ready. You're going to open out into a half moon during our next little sun salutation sequence. So just make sure you've got it kind of towards the front of your mat so you can grab it in a moment. Your toes touching, heels slightly apart. Just re-engage your mountain pose. Again, see if you can get that breath to flow nice and light, nice and easy. How subtle can you make it? Shoulders relaxed. Nice. Here we go. This time we're going to inhale. Exhale, bend. Inhale for your chair pose. Arms nice and long. Squeeze the glutes. Bring your knees together if you need to. Yes, squeezing, squeezing. And then we're going to release, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Planting the hands exactly where you want them. Step or jump back into your plank. Bring that weight slightly forward, engage the glutes, knees on the floor if you need to. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tucking the toes, exhale, down dog. I'll mirror you, stepping through with that right foot, warrior one. Nice 90-degree bend in that knee. Bringing these hips round. Again, bring the hands on the hips if you need to. You don't have to go straight into the pose. It's about finding your correct posture. Pressing that back foot into the mat. Nice. Bring those arms up whenever you're ready into your warrior one. Shoulders down. You can have your palms closed if you like or open. Just checking that knee, nice 90-degree bend. Open into warrior two. Nice, great corrections. Keeping that knee nice and bent, just bring it slightly forward if you need to. Squeeze in those glutes. Yes. The gaze towards the right fingertips. We're going to balance into our warrior three. So bringing our weight onto that right leg, lifting the left leg up, lengthening with the left leg, lengthening with the arms. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, grabbing your object, popping it in, and opening out into your half moon. So using that object to help balance you with that right hand. Super. Beautiful, yes. Take that gaze towards the left fingertips if you can. Not to worry if that's too much this morning. You're going to lengthen back out into your warrior three. Keeping that breath nice and steady, using it to your advantage. Stepping that left leg down, we're going to reverse the warrior. Beautiful, nice transitions. So you're taking that right arm up and over, taking the gaze towards that forearm, and then cartwheeling the arms round and down. Stepping back into your plank. Knees down if you need, chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tucking the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's do it on the other side. Step through with your left leg. Again, let's just focus on this warrior one. You're keeping a nice 90-degree bend in the left leg. Bring the hips round towards that left knee. Pressing back in this foot. Squeezing those glutes. Maybe engaging your mula bandha, your pelvic floor. Your arms up, shoulders down, creating a nice space. Really nice. Again, just checking that knee. Opening out into your warrior two. Shoulders down, taking your gaze towards the left fingertips. Squeezing those glutes. We're going to open into warrior three. So again, we're bringing that weight on the left leg. We're lengthening with the right leg, bringing the arms forward to create a nice T shape. We're grabbing our object. And we're opening into a half moon. And again, don't worry if this balance on this side isn't as good as the other one. Just bring that foot down and try again. Keep that focus on the breath. You can do that gaze for a moment towards the right fingertips. And then extend back out to your warrior three. Nice. And then taking that foot down, reverse your warrior. Beautiful. Again, finding a nice gap between your shoulder and your ear. Gaze towards the left forearm. Cartwheeling the arms around. Moving your object if it's in your way. Stepping back into your plank. Again, it's always making our corrections. The weight forward, bum down. Knees down if you need. Chest towards the floor, chin towards the floor. Inhale, up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. Pressing the heels back, keeping the breath flowing in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, take your gaze towards your hands, step or jump your feet towards your hands, halfway lift. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, chair pose. Squeeze those glutes, beautiful. Coming all the way up and release. Great. Great work. Some beautiful poses there. So really well done. Okay, so bring yourself into a mountain pose. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. Really nice. Shoulders relaxed. We're going to bring our mirror you. So let's bring our right leg up. And see if you can rest your ankle on the top of your leg. So you can help support it with the left hand. Beautiful. Now if this is too much on your knee, or you're like, and it's okay if your knee is sitting up here, because you can use this hand just to help support it. You can use both hands to help support this. Nice. So you can actually keep one hand on this knee, one hand on the foot. Really good. If you're able to bring it sort of down a little bit, if it starts to pinch your knee, bring that foot flat into a tree pose. So it's pressing on the inside of your leg. If you're able to get it up here, we're just going to see if we can bend forward slightly. I'm going to show you from the side. So you can keep this your left leg bent, and you can have your hands ready to come on the floor. But you're just seeing if you can get into kind of a forward fold by keeping that leg on that thigh. Nice. Now this is like, oh yeah, no, it's too much. You can just stay in this balance up here. Keep the shoulders down and focus just on that balance. You don't have to do a fold forward. If you are folding forward, keeping that head relaxed, and just see if you can lengthen and straighten that left leg. Just a little bit. Try not to force it, but use that breath. And then bend the knee nice and deep, and see if you can bring yourself back up to standing. Really nice. And well done if you just stayed in that pose, because this is also really beneficial, so well done. Let's take it on the other side. So bringing the left leg up. So again, finding that position. We're lengthening in this right leg, and then we're bringing this other leg, kind of tucking it up as high as we can. We're using both hands if we need to, cradling that leg if that helps to take any pressure off the knee. We're bringing it down if we can, so it's like the foot is flat against the hip, top of the leg. Nice. So again, you're keeping those shoulders down, engaging the glutes. You can stay here in this pose, just focusing on this hip. If you want, you can bend the supporting leg, your right leg. Let go of the foot. Use those hands to help support you. And then just imagining with each out breath, you're lengthening this right leg, straightening it up just a little bit. Keeping the head nice and relaxed. Or just staying in that nice balance. If you're folded forward, give that right leg a nice deep bend, and see if you can bring yourself back up through that leg, powering through that thigh to bring yourself back up to standing. And then let's just release that. Well done. Really good balancing, and good attempts at folding forward. It's a good kind of hip opener. But let's widen those legs. So again, let's just check our posture in this wide stance. But your bum isn't sticking out, you're tucking it underneath, you're squeezing up the pelvic floor, but you're keeping the shoulders down, you're engaging those glutes. We're going to take the palms of our hands together. So you're kind of interlacing the fingers, there we go. And then you're going to open them up. So the palms of the hands are facing towards the ceiling. What we're trying to do is bring these shoulders down away from the ears. Great. Then we're going to open out to one side. It doesn't matter which one. Just a little bit. So you don't want to go too far that you're kind of collapsing. So maybe you can only get a couple of centimeters, and that's totally fine. We're trying to keep the chest nice and open so it's not going towards the floor. You're lengthening in the arms. You're breathing. Let's bring it up and over to the side. Again, it's okay if it's only a small way. If you can go a little bit further, great, but you're not collapsing in. You're keeping it nice and strong in that stretch. Bring the shoulder down away from the ear. Great, and then coming up, just release the arms a second. Just give the shoulders a little wriggle. I'm going to go for a little new move. Same stance with the hands, interlace the fingers, palms towards the ceiling. We're going to lean and reach forward. Neck nice and long, so we're tabletop. From here, you're going to rotate your torso. You're keeping nice and flat. Just taking the sort of motion, we're doing some half circles. So you're taking this rotation as far to one side as you can, and then over to the other side. You're trying to keep that spine nice and long. You're not going so far that it starts to pinch your knee. But you're just lengthening really nice. Once you've done a few, bring yourself back up to standing. Releasing the arms. Nice. We're going to bring those feet together. Now again, we've got a couple of options on this next one. This little squatty. This horrendous squat you're going to hate, but maybe love. I don't know. So you've got two options. It's a bit like the chair pose. So our feet, toes are touching, heels slightly apart, knees together. So again, we're going to have our arms up. So this time, palms together. You can keep just the palm into those fingers. They're just going to come straight up. Or you can have your first fingers pointing up and your thumbs crossing over. But you're keeping those palms together, shoulders down. So from here, you can just you're keeping those knees together, you're squeezing those glutes, just doing a little bend, almost as if we're doing chair pose, just sitting down slightly. Keeping the shoulders down, and then coming back up. Now you've got some choices. You can keep exploring this really small movement. The bend doesn't have to be very deep. You just engage in the glutes, engage in that pelvic floor, really focusing on those muscles. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit further, you can deepen that squat. But again, same principles apply. You're really squeezing the glutes. You're squeezing up that pelvic floor. Now, if you want to come all the way down, you can have a go at that. You're trying to keep the heels on the floor. Don't push yourself too much. If your heels start to creep up, it means you've probably come too far. Nice. Great. If you can get all the way to the floor, you're using that breath, but you're really squeezing, using those glutes to your advantage. Nice, yes. But again, if you're not going to the floor, that's totally fine. We're building up these muscles. So really squeeze those glutes. Just a couple more. And then release those arms. Nice. Let's take a nice wide stance again. We're just going to do our Trikonasana. So I'll mirror you, your right toes pointing at 12. The left one's pigeoning in. Hips open towards the lengthways of your mat, shoulders down, arms long. Both legs are straight. Take the gaze towards the right fingertips. Reach forward and then extend. Using, enjoying this openness now. So allowing yourself to not sink into it. Lift up. Taking the gaze towards those right fingertips. Beautiful. Coming up. And then changing to the other side. Shoulders down. Left toes pointing at 12. The right one's coming in. These hips nice and wide. Lengthways to your mat. Reaching towards the left fingertips. Reach. And then extend. Gaze towards the right fingertips. Lifting up and up that rib cage. Beautiful. Squeeze those glutes. Squeeze that pelvic floor. Nice. And then coming up. Great. We're going to bring ourselves down on the floor. I'm going to mirror you. So let's bring our right knee up. Left knee on the floor. Just check this left leg. That again, the ankle's nice and long. That it's not twisting inwards, but that the top of the foot is nice and pressed into the floor. Hands on the hips to start with. Great. We're going to take our right arm up and over. So you're really getting that shoulder close to that as knee as possible. Bringing the palms together, bring them in towards your chest. Taking the gaze towards the ceiling. You can stay here, or you can tuck that left toe and extend that leg into a low lunge. Squeezing that tummy in towards the spine. Whichever pose you're in, just powering up in that right leg, cartwheeling the arms up and round, over to the other side. Your right knee coming up, your left knee coming up, and your right leg along the mat. Again, just checking it. Check that your ankle isn't going funny. Press the top of the foot into the mat. Hands on the hips. Just check that your bum isn't sticking out underneath your torso. Right arm coming up and over. Really getting it tucked in as close as you can. You might just spend the whole time trying to get that knee right underneath your armpit. There's the word. Bring your palms together, bring them in towards the chest. Taking the gaze towards the ceiling. You can stay here, or you can tuck the right toes and then lengthen into a low lunge. Bringing the belly in towards the spine. You're keeping the breath flowing in through the nose, out through the nose. Whichever position you're in, firing up in that left leg and cartwheeling the arms up to standing. Beautiful. Nice. Let's take a vinyasa to get to the floor. Toes touching, heels slightly apart. Inhale, arms up, midi back bend. Exhale, swan dive, nose to knee. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, stepping back or jumping back into your plank. Knees down if you need, chest down, chin down. Inhale, up dog. Tucking the toes, exhale, down dog. Let's bring our right foot up for a three-legged dog. Again, you're not trying to get it too high. kind of square off those hips. You're going to bring you have to bring your leg down a little bit. Yeah, don't worry about the height. Really nice. Yeah. Your knee in towards your nose. And then extend back. Knee towards your nose. And extend back. One more time. Knee towards the nose. Extend back. Change for the other leg. Again, lengthening, squaring off the hips, bringing that leg down further if you need to. You're trying to find the lengthening. It's not about the height. Let's bring that knee towards the nose and extend back. Knee towards the nose, extend back. One more time, knee towards the nose, extend back. Bringing that leg down, a little jump. Bring yourself to sitting. Nice. Well, actually, we'll do staff first. So again, just finding your seated mountain pose, nice lengthening in the spine, lengthening in the neck, toes pointing up, back of the knees pressing into the mat. Engage those glutes. Do a few little glute lifts. Engage those pelvic floor. Nice. Keep your shoulders down. Beautiful. Inhaling the arms up and then lengthening forward. Again, keeping that back nice and straight to start with. So where can you actually get to without collapsing in the back to start with? Great. So you're bringing these hands back if you need to. And then just from here, keeping those glutes engaged, walk your fingers just a little bit further. Pressing the backs of the knees into the mat, keeping the shoulders down. Nice. So you're really lengthening in that spine. Great. Engage that pelvic floor. Press those backs of the knees into the mat. Point the feet to the toes towards the ceiling. And then relax and collapse. Round the spine, let the head hang heavy. Yeah, grab your toes if you can. But you're just letting the head hang nice and heavy, letting gravity do the work. If you find that this is too much strain on your body, bring it back a little bit. Use the elbows on the legs. Then relax the head back. Maybe you can then bring the arms a little bit further down, but you're using your body parts to your advantage. Just imagining with each out breath that your head is getting closer to your legs, even if it feels like it's miles away. Just breathing into that. Great, and then just slowly bringing yourself up. Let's take ourselves round onto our fronts. I'm going to teach you a new move today called lizard. It's a bit of a funny one. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of take ourselves into a plank. So the idea is to adopt this kind of position. So it's our forearms on the floor and one forearm in front of the other. So you're using your forearms and your elbows as the support, and you can have your palms grabbing your arms if that helps. And we're going to take ourselves into a little plank. Yeah? So you're bringing that bum down, nice lengthening in the spine. Then you're going to bring the knees down. So actually your knees are on the floor. Nice. From here, you're going to tuck yourself back and you're going to see if you can get your forehead on towards the floor. So your bum is sticking right up and your forehead is going to come towards the floor. And it's almost as if you're trying to get your chest and your forehead on the floor. Nice. So that bum is sticking up. You're kind of melting that forehead onto the floor. If your forehead is on the floor, then you're just going to see if you can bring that chest onto the floor. So you lift your forehead away, trace your nose on the mat, and then allow that chest to come down. And then let's just reverse that. So if you have got your chest down, bring your forehead back. Bring your head up, using those knees to help support you. Bringing your hands down, and then just going back into a child's pose. So bringing your bum on your heels. Bring the arms down beside your body. Nice, yeah. So you're just letting those shoulders. So you've got your forehead on the floor, your bum towards your heels, your hands down by the sides of your legs. Relaxing those shoulders. Great. And then just bringing yourself up. We're going to go into a shoulder stand. So I'll just while you watch, I'll just talk you through again the two options of our shoulder stand. So we've got version 1, which is just bringing those legs up. Version 2 is using these hands, bringing them underneath the back, support that lower back, and we're bringing our legs up. Either position, your neck stays long, your chin stays tucked in towards your chest. So you're not trying to look at me, you're not trying to look at the camera, you keep that neck nice and long. So then from here, I'll guide us through again from the top. From here, we're going to extend one leg back towards the floor and up. One leg back towards the floor and up. Then we're going to go into plow, which will bring knees toward the forehead, and then lengthen those legs out behind you, if it's possible. But let's go through that together. So lay on your back. So again, maybe today you're like, no way can I do that. That's totally fine. Palms facing down. Bring those legs up. So you can stay here with just the legs up and your spine fully on the floor. Neck nice and long. If you want to go to the next stage, use those palms, press them into the floor, lift those hips up, bring the palms onto your lower back. You might have to kind of shuffle around a tiny little bit, get that neck nice and long, chin tucked in towards the chest. Imagine somebody's pulling your toes up towards the ceiling, squeezing those glutes. And you can stay here, or if you want, you can extend one leg back towards the floor and then bring it back towards the ceiling. Then the opposite foot towards the floor and up towards the ceiling. So you're doing these little leg extensions, or you're just staying in your nice shoulder stand balance. It's kind of like being upside down just for a bit, so just enjoy that. If you're doing the leg extensions, you can stop that now. We can all now bring our knees in towards our forehead, and you can just stay here, or go into plow. Take those feet behind you towards the floor. If your feet can touch the floor, see if you can lengthen those legs. If your feet are nowhere near, don't worry. Just enjoy the gravity assisting those feet. Keeping the neck long. If your legs are on the floor, you want to bring your hands behind you and clasp your hands, you can. Whichever position you're in, just now bring yourself back down towards the floor. So bringing your legs back, knees in towards the forehead, using the hands to lower your spine, vertebra by vertebra, onto the floor. Bringing those feet nice and flat. So you're just in like a semi-supine. From here, you're going to bring your heels as close to your bum as possible. And you try and grab your ankles. So you might have to shuffle yourself a tiny bit. So your hands are down, grabbing your ankles. From here, we're going to lift the hips up. Keeping that chin tucked in towards your chest. Just opening up that chest. Taking the hips close towards the ceiling, engaging those glutes. And then bringing the spine back down. You might need to release the ankles to help that. Great. And then just reshuffle yourself so your spine is nice and flat again. Great. You're going to take the right foot, bring it to the ankles resting on the left leg, on the left thigh. You're going to bring that knee in towards the chest. So maybe this is already enough. It's a nice little stretch on that leg, on the glutes. Maybe you want to interlace the fingers so they kind of tuck underneath the right leg, and then they clasp the shin of the left leg. So you can bring that knee in closer towards your body. Nice, yes. Releasing that, taking both feet down, bringing the left leg up, so the ankle's on the right thigh. You're bringing that right knee in towards the chest area, taking the hands, if you like, underneath the left leg, interlacing the fingers around the right leg, around the right shin, and you're drawing that leg in towards you, just to give that extra bit of stretch on that glute. Try to keep those shoulders on the floor. So you're bringing your knee in towards your chest. Lovely. And release that knee, that leg. Bring both knees in, chin towards the knees, clasp your elbows, squeeze everything in a tiny little ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze everything, glutes, pelvic floor, your belly, and release. Release yourself into your well-deserved Shavasana. So now you can let everything go, just enjoy the support of the floor. Let your ankles go, your glutes, the knees. Releasing the pelvic floor, your tummy, allowing the shoulders to relax into the floor, your head nice and heavy. Just while you're enjoying the support of the floor, I want you to think back over your practice over the last hour. And I want you to congratulate yourself on something you did during your practice this morning. Something that you achieved. And just tell yourself, well done. Smile. Your bodies are phenomenal.
Your bodies are strong. And your bodies are beautiful. When you're ready, just start to bring some awareness back into your bodies, just giving your fingers and your toes a little wriggle. Your ankles and your wrists, taking your hands above your head, giving yourself a nice big stretch. And then just allowing yourself to go to one side. Bring yourself up to a nice, comfortable seated position. Just keeping your eyes closed. Nice. And when you're ready, let's together inhale, bring our hands towards the ceiling, palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And again. Inhaling the arms up, palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards our heart center. And one more time, inhaling. Palms together. Exhale, bring them down towards your heart center. And we'll close our class on 3 Oms, followed by Shanti. Inhaling through the nose. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much. Well done. What a beautiful practice. If you're able to donate for the session, you can do that via the website, www.yogawithmariagray.com. I'm probably going to be getting in touch with you all at some point this week because I've got a few suggestions that I'd like to get your opinion on, just about perhaps maybe doing a longer session once every now and again, also getting your thoughts on doing a course, so perhaps making not necessarily this session, but maybe a different session altogether. So it's a progressive course. But I'm going to email you all separately, as a group, but separately, just to get your thoughts and opinions on that. So in the meantime, if you've got any ideas or any suggestions or anything that you want to kind of put out there, just get in touch and let me know. And as I say, hopefully by the end of the week, I'll have got in touch with you all anyway. In the meantime, have a lovely day, and I hope to see you at the next session. Take care. Namaste.